Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to my channel Learn Math with Syed Ali. So today we will be dealing with some word problem on scientific notation for grade 8. We have another lecture on scientific notation where we know that how to make a scientific notation if the standard form is given. So we will be reading this problem in a manner that how to solve a word problem. The number of the marbles produced in a factory on Tuesday was 10 times more than the number produced on Monday. So that means if Tuesday's number, so were 10 times the number produced on Monday, right? So Monday marbles are, I can make a quick table here because what I'm reading I have to respond to the reading. The number of the marbles produced in a factory on Tuesday. So Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday. 3 days are here talking about the production of a factory of the marble. So factory on Tuesday was 10 times more than the number produced on Monday. So on Monday, if there were produced 3.7 into 10 to the power 5, this is given. On Monday, these marbles were produced. And on Tuesday, it was 10 times more than as compared to Monday, right? So what are the marble production on Tuesday? So that means 10 more, right? 10 times. That means 10 times more means one exponent will be increased. Because we have the knowledge of if we have 10 to the power 5 times 10, right? Times 10 times, right? So the exponents are being added. So that becomes 10 to the power 6. We learned the exponent rule as well, right? I have a video on exponents too, rules of 4 exponents too. So now the number of the marbles produced on Monday was 10 times more than produced on Wednesday. So now this is the second thing. The number of the marbles produced on Monday, this one, was 10 times more than on Wednesday. That means Wednesday was less, right? This was 10 times more than, so Wednesday production was 10th. We have to take care of that 10 times and 10th, right? So this is 10th of Monday production, 10th of Monday production, right? Monday production. So we will read the question again and respond it accordingly. This is 10. This is Monday production, right? So again, we will read the question and we will formulate what the question is saying. The number of the marble produced in a factory on Tuesday, on here, was 10 times more than what produced on Monday. So Monday production is given. This is our given. This is my Monday production and on Tuesday it was 10 times and I know that 10 times means now I can put that 10 times as 3.7 times 10 to the power 6 because now we have to add this power together as per this rule, right? The number of the marbles produced on Monday was 10 times more than was produced on Wednesday. So he is giving in a reverse order, but we have to calculate number of the marbles produced on Wednesday. That will be 10th of the Monday production, right? 10th. 10th means 1 over 10. So if I have 10 to the power 5 and I have a 10th production, that means 10 is in the denominator. And when I will shift this 10, it will come up as negative power. And that will giving me 10 to the power 4, right? So that means Wednesday production is 3.7 times 10 to the power 4. So these are the 3 days production, which is related in this word problem. Now question is saying, find the total number of marbles produced in the past 3 days. That means we have to add all these 3 productions to get the total number of the marbles produced in the 3 days production. So the best way of dealing this question is to understand Hope that you understand this. I will revise at the end of the question again the whole procedure. So what we have to understand is that we can add the exponents very easily if their exponent power is same, right? If their exponent power is same. For example, if I have 3.7 10 to the power 3, I have 0.7 into 10 to the power 3, I have 1.7 into 10 to the power 3, I can add them together. Why? Because all the exponents are same, so I will say 10 to the power 3 here, and I will add this section. 7, 7, 14, 7 is 21, carry 2, 2 plus 3 is 5 and 6, and I will say this is my answer. So I am not required to convert them into standard form, and then I have to add them and then put it back into the exponent form. So if the exponents are same, we can add them together. So in this question, exponents are not same, but we can make them same by moving the decimal from one place to another. So my basic production is 3.7 into 10 to the power 5, right? So now I have to move, which is the maximum power here? 3.7 into 10 to the power 6. Can I make all of this expression, all of these two expression, Monday and Tuesday production, in terms of 10 to the power 6? Yes, I can make it, right? So how? We will see. So this is my Tuesday production, right? And this is my Monday production. Can I write this as a 10 to the power 6, this Monday production? So where we have to move the decimal. Now I have raised the power. Original power is 5, 10 to the power 5. But now I am saying I want to make it 10 to the power 6. That means I am increasing a 0. I am multiplying it. So that means if I am multiplied this exponent, I have to reduce this by 10. So reducing by 10 means 3.7 divided by 10, which is 0.37, right? And then if I have to deal with this one, 3.7 into 10 to the power 4. Now I have to change this, right? So my Wednesday production is 3.7 into 10 to the power 4. What I need to do is I want to write this as exponent 10 to the power 6. So I increase 2 zeros, right? That means I have increased this by 100. So that means I have to divide 3.7 by 100 to get that 10 to the power 6. So my decimal point will be here, 0.037. Right? Now all these three productions are in the exponent 6, 10 to the power of 6. And now I can place my decimal underneath decimal and I can add them together, right? So how to place them properly? If I put it properly, then I will say 3.7 and then 0.37, right? Because I have to make 0.37. So properly is this, because I have to put decimal underneath the decimal, right? So to add them together. So I am rewriting it. I am rewriting it, right? So I make it 337 to 10 to the power 6, and then I make 0.037 into 10 to the power 6, right? So now I have my decimal underneath decimal, and all are my 10th and 100th and 1000th are in place. And if I add them together, I have 7 plus 3 is 10, right? 10 carry 1, 7 plus 8 plus 3 is 11, carry 1, and I have 4.107 into 10 to the power 6. So this is the total production of 3 days. 3 days. So I will revise the situation here again. First, we have to read the question and make a table, because the Monday's production is given and all the relationship is given in the word problem. The number of the marbles produced in a factory on Tuesday was 10 times the production of the Monday. So this Monday production is given 3.7 into 10 to the power 5. Tuesday production is 10 times. So I make it 10 times. And I tell you that 10 times means one power will increase, right? As per exponent rule. And this production is 10th of on Monday's production. So one power is reduced as compared to here. 10th means divided by 10. 10 times means multiplied by 10. The same situation, now we want to add them, these 3 days production. And I am saying that if we can make all of these exponents as a 10 to the power 6, we can easily add them together, right? So my Tuesday production is 3.7 10 to the power 6. My Monday production is 3.7 into 10 to the power 5. How to write this production in terms of 10 to the power 6? So I write 10 to the power 6 means I multiply it by 10, right? I multiplied this figure by 10 because I make it 10 to the power 6. So I have to divide this figure by 10, right? And if I divide this figure by 10, it will be 0.37, correct? And then the Wednesday production is 3.7 into 10 to the power 4. I want to make 10 to the power 6 and I make it 10 to the power 6 here. That means I have multiplied it by 100, right? To make it 10 to the power 6. So I have to divide 3.7 by 100. So 3.7 divided by 100 means 0.037. Now I have all these 3 days production in terms of 10 to the power 6. So I have my answer as 4.107 into 10 to the power 6, total production of 3 days. Hope you understand it. I can revise a few more things to understand this question. For example, you can see that what I am doing here. If I have a scientific notation of this, 5.37 is just an example to understand things, how the decimal is moving. 5.37 into 10 to the power 6. So if I move this way, so I will say I will adding up a exponent to it, right? So I am saying that, okay, I want to put it in 10 to the power 8. So what happened to 5.37, right? So I multiply it by 10. So this has to be reduced by 10. Reduced by 10 means 5.37 divided by 10, which will be 5.37, right? And if I want to write this expression as 10 to the power 6, right? So if I want to, what I did here, I divide this thing by 10. So I have to divide this 5.37. So 10 point, yeah. So this will be 53 point, multiply, right? I multiply it, right? So I have to multiply it. Here I divide, but I have to multiply it here. Opposite, right? Because I need to keep the same value. If I want to write down the values in the standard form, I know that here I have to put 8 zeros in front of this, 3 is here and 5 more. So the result will be same, right? If I want to write this as 10 to the power 5, that means I divide it by 100. Now I have to divide this by 100, right? I divide it by 100, I have to multiply, right? To keep that digit same. So my answer will be 537 10 to the power 5, right? In this way, you know how to switch or how to place the decimal if your exponent is moving from higher value to a lower value or lower value to a higher value. Okay, if I go here 10 to the power 9, so what my number will be? So from this original, it was 7. I increase it to 100. That means 100 times, right? 10 to the power 2 I have added. So I have to divide this by 100. So now my digits will be 5.0 decimal 0537 into 10 to the power 9. So in this way, these all expressions are same. Just what I am moving is, I am moving decimal because I am moving my exponent. This is my scientific notation and I am writing this scientific notation in different exponential form, like 10 to the power 6, 10 to the power 5, 10 to the power 8, 10 to... So if I am moving my exponent more, I have to divide the number. If I am reducing my exponent, that means I am dividing my exponent, I have to multiply the number. So vice versa, right? So we have to deal with the situation like this. Or you can take this thing another example. If I have 1.008 into 10 to the power 6, right? What does it mean in standard form? It means in standard form 1008, because I have to place 6 zeros in front of 1. 3 is here and 3 more, right? So I have this 100. So now if I place my decimal here, what I have to do? I multiply this part by 10, right? By 10. So I have to reduce this exponent by 10, right? If I want to write it, again the same thing. In front of 10, I have to place 5 zeros. 2 zeros are here, right? So 1008, and now how many? Again 3, right? So now if I have 100.8, I want to write it here like 100.8. So if it is 100.8, that means I have to write 10 to the power 4, right? So now my digit will remain same in standard form. Just I am moving how my exponent is changing, and this my number is changing correspondence to that exponent form. So if I write 100, maybe 1008, that is the whole figure, 1008. So my exponent will be 3. So how many zeros I have to place? 3 zeros. 1008 and 3 zeros. So this is how you can understand that if I am moving my exponent, my digits values are also moving, right? So if I am decreasing my power, so my numbers are increasing. Here it is 1.01, now it is 10.08, it's increasing, right? If I am decreasing exponent, my number is increasing, right? So hope you understand this clearly. And if you like the video, subscribe my channel, press the bell icon button to receive another video. Thank you for watching.